stares out from the creature's chest and tongues stick out from its armpits. Blood oozes from its body and into a drain on the floor. Another creature missing its lower body hangs from manacles. Its guts hang to the floor. Baraka slams on the bars of a cell he stands in. Kenshi sits near him by Johnny's and Kung Lao's unmoving bodies.
Llevas horas con eso.
Si vieras, sabrías por qué.
No va a pasar, ¿no? Sigue hablando. He de pensar en otras cosas. Háblame de tu vida antes de la enfermedad.
Me iba muy bien, llevando mis mercancías por la costa de Fartak. Mi familia vivía muy bien y feliz. Y llegó el mal de Tartat. Se llevó a mi mujer y luego a mis hijos. A mí cruelmente me deja vivir. Creo que disfruta consumiendo mi cuerpo más despacio.
Johnny sits up.
¡Qué resacón! Kenshi. Maldita sea. ¿Te duele mucho?
Insoportable.
Me has salvado. No lo olvidaré.
Pero es posible que te arrepientas.
¿Qué estás...?
Johnny gawks as he stares through the bars of the cell. Various Takatans dangle from chains in the dungeon, many missing large chunks of their bodies. One spasms as they hang from a torture rack.
¡Qué demonios! ¿Cuándo nos hemos metido en una peli de supervivencia?
Este es el laboratorio real de Shang-Tsung.
Estamos más abajo que antes. Era un frente falso.
Me recuerda a una peli sin presupuesto que hice cuando empezaba. Fosos de carne. Era una basura.
Reptile, a masked man in a green cloak, opens the dungeon's doorway and enters.
¿Quién es?
Nuestro carcelero.
Reptile strides through the broad cobblestone space. By a cell, he stops by a bucket filled with chunks of bone and meat. He throws one of the chunks to a Takatan hybrid inside. The creature grabs it and rips into it with their fangs. Reptile steps to Baraka's cell and looks at Kenshi.
¿Cómo está?
Le han sacado los ojos, supón.
Reptile hands Johnny a small jar.
Eso aliviará el dolor. Es vil que formes parte de esto. Eres el prisionero de Shang-Tsung. Y yo su esclavo. Tiene a mi familia. Si no le obedezco, los matará.
Johnny
No le
opens
queda
the
otra.
jar, then pulls a long red cloth from his belt. He smears some of the jar's ointment onto the cloth. He covers Kenshi's gaping eyes with the cloth, then ties it around his head.
¿Por qué te escogió a ti? Para estudiarme como cambiante.
¿Lo aprendió de ti? Le hemos visto hacerlo. Fue increíble.
¿Cómo funciona? ¿Simplemente cambias a la forma que quieres?
Solo puedo cambiar entre esta forma y la mía natural.
He shapeshifts into a humanoid lizard.
Eres taterrano. ¿Toda tu raza puede cambiar? Nadie puede excepto yo.
He shapeshifts back as light coalesces near him. It resolves into Shang Tsung. He smirks and steps closer to the cell.
¿Están listos? Es la hora.
¿Hora de qué, hechicero?
Experimentos de replicación. La vivisección es lo primero. Usaré las partes que recoja de tu cuerpo para nuevas creaciones. El proceso será letal, por supuesto.
Liu Kang no dejará que te salgas con la tuya.
Eso supone que nunca se enterará de lo ocurrido. Cuando haya terminado, no quedará ningún rastro de ti. Volveré pronto para comprobar el progreso. Debo ocuparme de otros asuntos.
He teleports away.
No tienes por qué hacer esto. Se trata de ti o de mi familia.
Reptile moves to another cage filled with Takatan hybrids. He opens their cell by pulling a chain through a pulley.
Los
todos en las cámaras.
The warrior's cell door opens as the creatures charge. Johnny jumps, swings from the bars above, and kicks a hybrid down before punching his head. He kicks one hybrid's face before kicking another to the floor. A third rams Johnny into a wall. Kenshi sits in the cell while Kung Lao fights off two of the creatures, and Baraka viciously stabs another's belly before throwing him away. Baraka strides forward, then impales a hybrid with both bone spikes and flings him over his head. He slashes at another as two of the creatures drag Kenshi past him. The hybrids fling Kenshi into a small cage dangling from a chain fixed to the ceiling. Another pair chuck Johnny into a cage next to Kenshi's. Two of the creatures haul Kung Lao to a third cage. He throws one off, then double kicks the second back before pummeling a third with a combination of punches. He turns sharply and sidekicks a fourth into a table holding his razor-rimmed hat. He throws it and the hat flies in an arc, decapitating two hybrids before returning to his hand. He smoothly sets it on his head.
Fight.
Ya está, ¿es eso? Ay, si lo hubiera subido no lo hubiera hecho antes, se lo hubiera matado antes. Venga, hasta luego. Madre mía. A la verga.
The attacker hits the victim's face with a hook, then twists their arm to break their shoulder. Baraka stabs the victim with an arm blade and lifts them before plunging the blade into their throat, shattering their spine.
¿Ya está? Vale.
Baraka snarls at a fallen hybrid.
No hay nada más nauseabundo.
Electricity arcs along the bars of Johnny's and Kenshi's cages.
Ya.
Te has precipitado para acá.
Reptile holds a sparking lever nearby. As the hybrid on the ground crawls pitifully, a
Ay,
Takartan
mierda.
hybrid brute stomps on his
Hay
head.
uno más grande.
Fight.
Ahí vengo. Va a ser complicado, ¿eh? Boah.
The attacker hits the victim's face with a hook, then twists their arm to break their shoulder. Baraka stabs the victim with an arm blade and lifts them before plunging the blade into their throat, shattering their spine.
Eres un atisbo molesto de mi futuro.
What the fuck?
Baraka
Ahí lo
lifts his
justito,
head.
Basta de distracciones.
Brushing Kung Lao aside, Baraka grips the bars of Johnny's cage. He rips it open, then does the same to Kenshi's. Kenshi stumbles weakly.
Okay.
Johnny and Kung Lao help him along, each supporting his weight with an arm over their shoulders. As they shuffle toward the exit, Reptile walks after them.
Es el fin. Samsung va a torturar a mi familia para castigarme.
Baraka narrows his crimson eyes.
Pagarás por su sufrimiento pactado.
Fight!
Venga ya. Joder, tío. Mierda. Mierda. Oh shit. Oh, lo verga.
The attacker hits the victim's face with a hook, then twists their arm to break their shoulder. Baraka stabs the victim with an arm blade and lifts them before plunging the blade into their throat, shattering their spine.
Fatal, tío.
Nos marchamos.
Reptile kneels.
Pues mátame. Si yo muero, tal vez perdone a mi familia.
No. No te asesinaré.
Es piedad, no asesinato. Aunque lo que he hecho no merece la tuya.
Estabas protegiendo a tu familia. Yo habría hecho lo mismo.
His mask now removed, Reptile stands with sadness in his eyes. Through magical dust, Shang Tsung appears and frowns at the dead hybrids.
¿Qué ha pasado aquí?
Johnny takes up Sento and stands with Baraka and Reptile. Shang Tsung points sharply at Reptile.
Saizoth, eres idiota. Has dejado que lo arruinen todo.
Nos vamos, hechicero.
Y te vendrás con nosotros. Liu Kang querrá hablar contigo.
Atraparme no es tan sencillo.
Shang Tsung conjures clouds of green gas.
Sí, tengo un mal presentimiento.
Me despido de todos vosotros. Alégrate, Saizoth. Voy a hacer que te reúnas con tu familia.
¿Han muerto? ¿Los mataste?
Hace ya muchas lunas. Odio los cabos sueltos.
Reptile's lips curl into a snarl, and he charges the sorcerer, but Shang Tsung disappears in a magical dust cloud.
Tenemos Tenemos que salir de aquí.
Green gas fills the room as Reptile tries the door.
¿Qué pasa?
Imagino que la puerta se selló cuando se liberó el...
Baraka strides toward the door.
Ponte a un lado.
Test your might.
Huh.
The thick green gas fills the air as Baraka punches the door. Reptile and the Earthrealmers collapse. One by one, they succumb to the gas. Baraka, his fists clenched against the door, is the last to fall.
Test your might.
Sí, no entiendo qué hay que hacer.
The thick green gas fills the air as Baraka punches the door. Reptile and the
Ahora hay que
Earthrealmers
con los
collapse.
4 botones encima.
One by one, they succumb to the gas. Baraka, his fists clenched against the door, is the last to fall.
Revenge.
Test your might.
The thick green gas fills the air as Baraka punches the door. Reptile and the Earthrealmers collapse. One by one, they succumb to the gas. Baraka, his fists clenched against the door, is the last to fall.
Test your might.
The thick green gas fills the air as Baraka punches the door.